We got a lot of things to do today here in this video. Watch a bunch of water come out. That was a big old chunk of something there. Stick shift season coming up 2024. Got a lot of good things going on this year. We're actively changing over the black car. We're getting ready for Florida NMRA. We got a list of stuff here that we're going to be going through.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look.
We've done quite a bit of changes to the white car recently with the tuning software and the turbo stuff. Break down the combo real quick, break down some of the recent mods, and then we're gonna get busy spinning some wrench on this hot mess express. Cousin Paul, how many times we use the radiator for bolts and
all the time, tools.
Because y'all know that the Fox body radiator is like the universal tray of tools and bolts. This thing looks like it'll fit right there on the top of the core support. Little magnet thing. Oh, that's that shoot stuff we're about to talk about. What you do to the wrench, dude? What is this?
Probably stripper glitter.
That ain't stripper glitter on it, is it? What you know about that stripper glitter?
I don't know. I know it's sticky like that.
Tim Flanders at MAF Racing. This is their shoot mount. Fancy tool he made. It's like a 1-inch socket, a little attachment thing. It takes a ratcheting 15/16 wrench. Nice thing is you pop the chute. It's got a spring inside here. You put this little tool on there, and we'll have this in the car with us when you pop the chute. You put the ratcheting wrench on, put the socket on. You know, the chute's out laying out on the ground. It'll collapse the spring. You can put this in, put the bag on top, pull this back out after you tie it up, and everything's done. When you get the shoe mount from MAF Racing, it just goes into this sleeve. But I wanted to show you that real quick because that was right here in front of us. So what we're gonna do here on the channel, we're gonna go through the scramble and hook it up, do the zip tie trick. The Hans device, we're gonna check with our suit on. Now, like I said, we're just kind of getting ready for the NMRA, teching in, whatever. And we're gonna set up our seat belts and clean the interior of the car. But we're gonna go ahead and get right into the oil change, see what it looks like. One thing we forgot to put on there is the O2 delete. Since we don't run no factory A9L stuff, we can go ahead and remove this O2 harness and O2s. We got an issue with our black car extension harness, so we gotta create a harness for that. We don't run that no more. It's all Holley now.
Heck yeah.
One wideband. All the gauges and wiring and shit. The car actually made more power. Speaking of which, got a dyno video coming up. We were gonna do it today, but decided to do this video instead, just for your viewing, boring. Yeah, man, look at this. I mean, it's what you gotta deal with. Can't hate it though, Cousin Paul.
Nope.
I went fast with it. Yeah, definitely take these out now. Every time I use anti-seize with these, always seems to be worse. Getting the O2s off. If you see here in the factory one, there's a little clip right here. Can't get a wrench on it, obviously, because of this. If you don't mind modifying your sensors, cut that piece off right there. Slide the wrench over, and there you have it. Now you can put a wrench on it. This definitely wasn't easy to get out. We got locking style V-band clamps, so we had to make sure we're on the right spot. Went through and found a couple of these Heim joints on our front suspension that were loose. I think Cousin Paul got like a half a turn out of them. It's nut and bolt check, man. We're not trying to put this shit into the wall. Come on now. We just checked our clutch adjustment. Everything looks good. We're gonna go over here and change our oil and take the oil dipstick out. Well, we ended up deleting the O2 harness. Cousin Paul's gonna put it back in the box. We had our original factory stuff that we took out of this in that box, so in case we ever want to use it again one day. So we ended up getting that O2 off. That's what we're doing that's what Dave's doing over at the shop. That collector from the BBK one was just too short, and so hopefully it's like 12 to 18 inches here that we're making on the header. That's why we got it off the black car. I'm really thinking about putting the Terminator X on this car, just because it runs so damn good.
It's the first time in years it doesn't have a turbo.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. That's what we're building here.
Yeah.
It's got that 387 junkyard block and made good power. It made 400 wheel. That dyno was just not reading correctly. It makes more power than a stock Gen 1.
Oh yeah.
I think when we get a Terminator X in here though, if we put it in there, because I mean, what else am I going to do with the damn thing? I got 3 of them, so I need to put another one in here for the 387. Because we plan on doing the mufflers. Do the sound videos.
Sound videos? Yeah.
That'd be pretty dope. every month, change the mufflers on it. Make some rips on the street. Make some rips in, I don't know, some idle videos. Gotta put our Bassani aways. Where we at now? Oil change?
Yep.
Alright, time for some oil. Let's get this oil out. Okay. Watch a bunch of water come out. Don't you dare.
Heck no. Nice.
I was nervous for a second.
Nice.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, oh no, no water, please, no water. God bless it. What you got in there?
Not much.
That was a big old chunk of something there. I'm just playing. You and that Darth Vader band.
I love this thing.
Jeez, OP,
Thank you,
man.
Pat.
Pat Turchin, bro. The budget brawler coupe. Everybody gonna look at that thing and be like, oh. It's all right. Probably shouldn't be changing oil. It probably wasn't too long ago we changed it, but we did
It wasn't.
beat the crap out of it.
You ain't got much.
Nah. I would just go ahead and put this one off and change the filter, whatever. Then we'll work our way to the back. Couple things on the list to go ahead and cross off. Moving the O2s. We're doing the oil and filter now, and we'll do the diaper pan after. Oil. To Cousin Paul dropped the drain plug in the bucket just as I grabbed it. Way to go. Right, not bad, not bad. These headers don't make it easy, do they? So we are going to change the dipstick. This is the old tube from the 408. We're going to notch it so it's the right size. Issues we were having is that this oil dipstick tube was leaking at the top because that top kept popping out. It wasn't exactly real tight either. It had a little O-ring on it. It wasn't working very well. Oil change and filter done. Make sure this didn't go anywhere. Knock this out real quick.
Why not?
Told you I went back here.
Was it bigger?
Oh. We got a hot mess in here. We gotta get that thing stuff fixed. We put this shut off with when we did the last NMRA. If you push this off, you push, it shuts the whole system down. We got a new one in. Looks pretty good. We'll keep an eye on it. Time for the diaper, belly pan, whatever you want to call it. We bought this last year. Keep the oil off the ground. Should be putting a belly pan on. Apparently the belly pan better. Alright. We won't go crazy. There's like a bracket. You see this thing right here? That's that starter wire. Okay, engine diaper's done. Got it zip tied up and locked in place. Heading to the back where we're gonna check our 12 millimeters drive shaft and all of our connections with our sphericals, Heim joints, whatever. We gotta make sure that these aren't falling apart. Here's the chute mount from MAF Racing that comes through the bumper. We're not gonna put the chute on because when we load it into the trailer, the chute hits the door. So you can get this powder coated or whatever, and there's a big spring in here. And one of the problems with parachutes, I guess the old school ones, the spring comes out, drags on the ground and kind of ruins the chute or whatever. It actually shoots the chute into the air. Obviously, I have a lock on here, but you get ready to run, you pull this thing out, the safety thing, and it's pretty much loaded. You can either ratchet or use a gun. Easy peasy. Do it by yourself in minutes. Really good for drag and drive stuff. Really good for pretty much anybody. All right, we're gonna mark the chute off because we're good there. Nut bolt check the drive line, diaper pan is done, so tires are done. Oil dipstick is done. So basically we're off to bringing the car down and doing the seat belts. I got some bus terminals that I need to kind of clean up and zip tie and create a board for them, and that's where we're gonna hook up our scramble. You can test that sort of stuff in dome pressure without actually turning the car on. So I'm telling you, Cousin Paul, it's the little thing. It's the little victories. Oh man.
Nice.
Oh man. Yes. Oh. I mentioned this in my other video. This is the Holley handheld little computer thing. We're gonna actually set up a GoPro right on the dash. Maybe make the sticky against the windshield and just kind of hold it.
Or maybe even just drill it into the dash. I mean, I've already got holes in the dash, so it doesn't really matter.
Got that pen grade. It's good oil for E85. It's got zinc and phosphorus. It's the type of oil I run in pretty much both my 363 and my 408 for the longest time. Yep. Let's get started. It's that green oil, baby. Look at that. Worked out pretty well. We'll probably end up giving that to my dad, let him put it in his truck or some shit. We was gonna put it in a black car, but it's gonna get its own oil. We got the oil and everything in it. We're gonna fire it up here in a second, and we're gonna get the black car in position because we're gonna be doing the header video that we were just talking about earlier. One thing I wanted to show you on this video is the zip tie. This is a zip tie trick. 4 zip ties, spark plug wires, easy peasy. Makes for a nice set of spark plugs to look more clean. This is gonna be a little bit difficult because some of them cross, but I'm just gonna do this for the effect of the video. Put that in a little bit loose. What you're gonna do is you're gonna come through each of the plug wires, come underneath of them. One in between the other. And basically wrap around the one you're crossing them. We'll start bringing them together a little bit. Tighten up the cross one a little bit. There we go. They don't have to be super tight, but it keeps a nice little space, makes it look kind of decent. What do you guys think? Easy peasy. Go through and snip them all so you don't cut yourself. I hate that. Kind of makes them all accountable for each other. Okay, we're gonna fire it up real quick. Push the black car out and get it over here on the lift because we got a header video to do. Notice how it starts a lot better now. It used to start like ass. I mean, it's still not perfect, but in the tune, it's got a startup enrichment thing. We're not on the wideband just yet, so you gotta kind of tinker with it to get it right. Fix the header leak in the back over here. I got one over here. I don't know if it's a warped header or whatever, but it's right there and that little ticking. But I ain't gonna deal with it right now. A couple more things to do on our list is we're gonna have to go ahead and replace our belts. I don't have enough time to send them back and get them reserted. Besides, that belt set costs about 110 bucks, and I think it's cost like 60 bucks plus you got shipping for a recert. So we pretty much bought the same exact set. We're gonna go ahead and get these installed. Alright guys, all fun and games until you have to push a car around that has a spool in it with no front rag joint or knuckle. Yeah, it was kind of a workout. I'm going to be shooting some video with this for another day. We did a dyno video, so stay tuned for a dyno video. We're not gotta stay motivated even when you're not motivated. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video with me and Cousin Paul. Just doing work on a random day. Getting the car ready for NMRA, so. If you guys enjoyed this sort of content, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, let me know what you think. Check out the join button. But outside of that, getting ready for some stick shift shit with some stick shift friends. We'll see you soon in the next video. That scramble button. Oh, there's 3 more.